KS Heating and Air, the team ensuring your comfort.
Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition. This is for Wednesday, the 28th of August. I'm James Spann. A very dry air mass settling in here for a while. And Dorian, still more questions than answers. The Gulf Coast maybe not off the hook just yet with this thing. Let's take a look at it and we'll talk about it. This is the upper air look. In the short term, it's easy. Deep, long wave trough over the east, pushing down a really dry air mass, a cloudless sky. For the northern part of the state, just a few cumulus clouds down south. That's the visible satellite view. Will be dry through Saturday in most spots. Temperatures mostly mid to upper 80s. Humidity values coming down. Feels pretty good. There's the watch warning map. A quiet afternoon across the country. Some red flag warnings out west. A flash flood watch for parts of the upper Atlantic coast. Got a marginal risk of severe storms through tonight for parts of New Mexico, and that's about it. We're in dry air. We stay in dry air tomorrow. Got a chance of severe storms well to the north of here. And on day 3, which is Friday, again, we're in very dry air. Rain for the next 7 days. The west dry under the ridge. The rain across the southeast will all be determined by what happens with Dorian. And again, we have more questions than answers at this point, but certainly the Florida peninsula, at least, will likely see some heavy rain. So let's talk about it. There's the tropics. And first off, the things are quiet except for our two systems. We've got Aaron, which is really a low-level swirl. The thunderstorms have vacated that system. And then Dorian, Aaron now a tropical depression that becomes post-tropical coming up toward the Canadian Maritimes by tomorrow night. Here's a look at Dorian, now a hurricane. Sustained winds 75 miles per hour. Moving northwest at 13. And again, now that this thing will clearly not be impacted by Hispaniola, no reason to think this won't become a major hurricane. Here's the track from the Hurricane Center. The system pretty far east of the Bahamas until the Labor Day weekend when it begins to bend back to the west in response to an upper high developing north of the system, so it could impact the northern Bahamas. And the latest track has this as a major hurricane, Category 3, on the east coast of Florida, somewhere around Cape Canaveral, Monday morning. And remember, the average forecast error 5 days in advance is 200 miles, so don't focus too much on this. We'll check the modeling. This is the tropical models, and again, you can clearly see that they have shifted to the left, suggesting a more southerly track, maybe through central Florida. And if that's the case, now you can't rule out this thing getting back in the Gulf. And look at the GFS, the 12Z run. This is the ensemble. The mean, it's the black line. And the mean brings it over toward the mouth of the Mississippi River, then curving the thing back up into Alabama. And if that would be the case, we'd have a soaker in here by the middle of next week. We'll check the European ensemble. And again, this has 50 members. And, of course, they're all over the board. You got some that recurve it off in the Atlantic, east of the United States East Coast. Some that bring it into Texas. But, again, the mean is really similar to the GFS now. It kind of brings the central Gulf Coast into play. So understand if you're in Mobile, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, Panama City, around the middle of next week, pay attention to this thing. Don't get your eye off the ball. We always talk about, nothing is carved in stone a week in advance, and it's not, and this could change again. Here's the intensity guidance for Dorian. Most models have this as a Category 2 or a Category 3 hurricane, one outlier with a 4. But certainly it looks like it will be a major hurricane at the time it comes into the Florida East Coast late Sunday night or Monday, Labor Day. So let's go through the GFS. This is a 12Z run, valid tomorrow afternoon at 4. Upper trough north of us, upper high over the southwest. And again, beautiful day. Tomorrow we start the day 60 to 65. The cooler pockets could be in the 50s. A sunny day with a high in the upper 80s. Just beautiful like today. Same thing Friday. A pleasant morning. We'll see some 50s. In the cooler pockets, the high in the upper 80s. Great night for high school football Friday night. Clear, no rain. Very comfortable. Saturday, there might be a few showers for the Gulf Coast, and if you're going down there for the Labor Day weekend, no worries from Dorian for Gulf Shores, Fort Walton Beach, Destin, Panama City. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Any impact would be after the Labor Day weekend for them, but we're dry for the northern half of the state on Saturday. The high would be fairly close to 90. And Sunday, we'll bring in widely scattered showers, but again, I think a decent part of the day dry, partly sunny with mid-80s. The GFS brings in Dorian Sunday, again near Cape Canaveral, just below Daytona Beach. Monday, Labor Day, looks kind of dry, the GFS. And again, this is, just deterministic output. We prefer the ensemble approach. We walk through this every video we do. But on this particular output, you can see Dorian near Jacksonville. Tuesday, Dorian moves west on the Georgia-Florida state line. We're still mostly dry. Here's a week from today, Wednesday, September 4th. Upper high north of us, and it's kind of steering Dorian off to the west, and the thing is moving into southeast Alabama. So, in this solution, Alabama could see a lot of rain toward the middle or end of next week. If this verifies, and we all know this probably won't, you want to see the European just for the fun of it, the 12Z European? Oh, why not? And this is just not a good look for the central Gulf Coast. It is much, much farther to the south. And brings it up toward the central Gulf Coast, Pensacola, Orange Beach, Gulf Shore, something like that. But look, this is nothing but voodoo at this point. It's just one possibility of many on the table. You look at the ensemble and get the mean. That's what we like to do here. But I thought I'd show it to you. I don't do it on social media or anywhere else, but you understand the limitations of this. So let's go out 10 days. Saturday, September 7th, ridging beginning to build across Florida, and that looks like a front maybe north of us, and that would be pretty quiet. So you're going to see the ensemble members all over the board with this graphic. This is the rain for Birmingham for the next 15 days. Some of the members are at 6 inches. Some of the members are at basically 1/2 inch, and that's because of the uncertainty of the tropical system. We just don't know at this point. And the numbers, you're going to see them come way down, the highs toward 80 toward the end of next week, Thursday and Friday, assuming we have a big, massive rain with a tropical system, and that might not happen. But most days, highs in the 80s and lows in the 60s and low 70s. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Never wait for hot water again with a tankless water heater from Plumbing Experts. Tankless water heaters are easy, convenient, and now more affordable with a no-interest financing for up to 18 months. Stop with the cold showers and wasted water and call Plumbing Experts today.